What is going on? Today I'm out here going to spray some clover, some food plot maintenance. We find a lot of success in our clover plots all year long, but taking care of them throughout the year is key to maintaining a good, healthy stand of clover to last years and years and years. These two particular plots are on their 4th year, and they are just absolutely lush and beautiful, and I plan to keep them that way as long as I possibly can. So I take as many steps as I can to make it to where the clover will hopefully last 9 to 10 years without having to replant, maybe longer if I'm lucky. I'm going to be using my spray setup that's on the back of my four-wheeler. It's a little 15-gallon sprayer with a little sprayer that I got off Amazon. It's nothing fancy, it's nothing special, but this is how I spray my plots. Let me break this down and kind of show you my setup. So here's my sprayer on the back of my four-wheeler. Again, it's just a little 15-gallon sprayer. We have a little toggle on and off switch up here on the front of the four-wheeler. So when I want it to not spray, if I gotta turn around or go somewhere that I don't want to, I can flip this on and off and it'll turn it off immediately. We also have a little control valve back here. If I flip this up, that allows the water to go through so I can't have anything seeping out, dripping in my field. And again, this little boom sprayer I got on Amazon probably 4 years ago now, and it's probably a little outdated, but all we did was just took a little 1-inch PVC and a little T-connection joint with another little piece of 1-inch PVC and another T-connection joint that we cut in half, and we just zip tied around the bar, and then we zip tied the boom sprayer to the 1-inch PVC, and it works really good. It's very stout. You just get it at the angle you want it at, and it stays there. And it's a really quick, easy fix to put on the four-wheeler to maintain your clover plots. Now that I'm done talking about the boom sprayer, I want to spend a little bit of time and talk about what I'm spraying for and what I'm spraying today. So my plan is to spray the clover first with a herbicide called Clover. Today it's going to be out of this right here is called Grass Out Max, and the active ingredient in it is Clover. It's 26.4%, and I'm going to mix this with a little bit of crop oil. So I'm going to do about 8 fluid ounces to 15 gallons. Then I'll add about 4 to 5 ounces of crop oil with this. The crop oil helps the herbicide to stick to the grasses better, rather than just kind of spraying, and even though it might touch it, it'll kind of like coat it and soak on it. And then as it dries, it will absorb into the plant itself, killing the grass. So that's the whole purpose and point behind that. Some people use Dawn dish soap. I've actually never experimented with Dawn dish soap, but I've heard that that works. I need to actually try that, because if that's true, you're saving a whole lot of money. I'd also like to state that normally when I'm using a herbicide, a lot of times I'll use a sprayer die to be able to see exactly where I'm going. When I'm spraying clover in the spring, everything is so tall and lush that it's really easy to see where I've already driven. So I'm just going to be following my old, where I haven't driven four-wheeler tracks while I'm driving. And that'll give me a really good imprint, and I won't have to worry about missing a spot. So you'll see what I'm talking about a little bit later when it comes to actual spraying. This Grass Out Max is super easy. It's a double pour spigot. So it measures my 4 ounces over here. I'm going for 8 fluid ounces. So I'm gonna just tilt the jug forward. Right there, hold it level. I'm right at 4 ounces. And then I will just undo this cap and I will pour it into my sprayer tank. Just pour it in. If you get a little heavy, just tilt it back. But right there, I'm like right on 4 again. So that'll be my 8 ounces for my 15 gallons. For my surfactant, I don't use a ton, don't take much. Okay. Drive around a little bit and kind of mix the tank up. I'm going to be riding around the farm a little bit and trying to get this all mixed up, and then it'll be ready to spray. clover field. One of the 3 we'll be spraying today, but this will be where the video example will be. As you can see, step in the clover, and we're about mid muck boot up high. Nice big clover leaves. You can see there's definitely some grass in here, so this is perfect. I can also see a lot of browse in the clover, so that's good. I know the deer down here eating, they're down here all the time. So I see more grass in this one than I see broadleaf, but I do see a few broadleaves, so we're gonna hit both, and we're gonna try to clean this thing up and hopefully have a really lush plot of clover when it's all said and done. The most important thing is just trying to keep and maintain a healthy clover plot to get many years out of these plots. So again, for my setup, all I got to do to start this, I got everything mixed up. I'm just gonna open my valve, and that's gonna allow water to flow through there into my spraying boom. I'm gonna make sure I like the angle of my tips on my sprayer so it's not accidentally spraying the foiler. I like all of that. I mostly try to keep it about this pace, which is somewhere between probably 2 miles an hour, so I get a good coating and a good coverage on all the grass. Doing the outside of the plot is always worst as you get bushwhacked by everything, but it's very important because there's a lot of grass here on the edges. But you just don't want to go too fast while you're spraying, or else you may not get a good kill. Yikes, thorns. Youch. Enjoy my suffering. All for you, clover plot, all for you. This particular little clover hole is about almost 1/3 of an acre, not quite. And I just try to match track for track so I get good coverage. As you can see now, you can see exactly where I drove. Something that needs to be stated is clethodim is a very slow killer. Don't expect it to be like 2-3 days and you're gonna see dead grass. Give it 2 or 3 weeks and you're gonna see dead grass. Most importantly though, you want the clover to be dry, and you just want to get a good, slow, even coverage on all your grasses. All right, we're gonna drive in rows now, back and forth, until we get this plot totally sprayed. Get it started, sprayed all this, let's hit our switch, and we drive. As you can see, when I'm done spraying, it does do a little dripping, so all I got to do is just close my little valve. It'll drip what's left in the valve, and then it'll be done. It took just about the full 15 gallons to spray my plot. I sprayed pretty slow, but I got great coverage on all my clover, and as you can see, I was able to see exactly where I was going, and all the grass that is in this clover plot is to be doomed. Now, you might think, oh no, I ran over all this clover, it's done for. That's not true. A couple rains, couple days, couple hard dews, this stuff will spring right back up. It did the exact same thing when I fertilized and limed this plot with the foiler and the fertilizer, and the lime and fertilizer spreader. And it was a matted down mess, and it all came back up and healthier than ever. So this should do the same thing. I will do the same thing with 2,4-DB to kill the broadleaves. There's a difference between 2,4-D and 2,4-DB. 2,4-D will kill clover. 2,4-DB will not kill clover. So be very careful when purchasing your broadleaf herbicide for clover. That said, in about 2 to 3 weeks, I can expect the grass to be dying and the clover to just continue to thrive. And then in about a month from now, we're going to come back here and we're going to cut all the tops of the clover off. We're going to keep the clover about 8 to 10 inches high. I'm going to do that right before a rain, and we'll have this thing cleaned up, ready for summer, and then more in turn ready for fall. So that's kind of the plan. This is some clover maintenance for this weekend. If you're looking for a good, easy food plot to do for deer hunting that takes minimal maintenance and lasts for years to come, look no further than a clover food plot. They are awesome, great attractants in the winter. I always have deer in here literally from before deer season begins to after deer season ends, and then on the off season too. So it's a great attractant. I do want to note that 2,4-DB will kill chicory. If you have a clover and chicory plot, I do not. Your chicory will die if you spray 2,4-DB on it. I've got a couple of other clover plots to spray today, but for now, you guys have seen how I do this. I hope I've encouraged you to maybe do a little checking out on getting a little sprayer set up and taking care of your clover, because it is well worth the work. And when I'm hunting this thing in November, whether it be from my box blind across the field or from my ladder stand over here in the wood line for bow season. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.